Alia. So it's early in the morning. A warm welcome to everyone gathered here today. I would like you to take a deep breath, breathing in the air that is all around us. We cannot see, but it gives us the energy and the vitality to all of the extraordinary things that we will achieve today. In the same way, cloud computing is all around us, and it provides your organization with the resources and the capabilities to do extraordinary things. So this morning, I want to take a look at the driving forces that are creating that opportunity for your business to tap the wonderful cloud that is all around us. I am here to deliver a speech on cloud computing, which has taken a tremendous role in our day-to-day life. We all are in the generation where everything is dependent on technology. Let's understand what computing is, their benefits and risks through the lens of technology. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is cloud computing? Definition taken by Oxford Dictionary: cloud computing is the practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than a local server or a personal computer. Let me put in a simple term. Cloud computing underpins a vast number of services that include consumer services like Gmail or the cloud backup of the photos on your smartphone that you're holding right now, through the services that allow large enterprises to host all their data and run all of their applications in the cloud. For example, Netflix relies on cloud computing services to run its video streaming service and its other business system too. Now to begin, let's look a little bit at what has been happening over the last while. Since the COVID-19 has really shattered investor confidence and turned our life upside down, the technology has become our saving grace. In addition, during the COVID-19 period, cloud technology played a major role in fighting the epidemic. It became a salvation for governments and organizations in numerous fields of life, education, health industry, communication, remote surveillance, and more. So let's go into depth of the cloud computing. The cloud model in general consists of three varieties of architectures which pass on normally to three types of services. So the first one is SaaS, Software as a Service. This refers to hosted applications that are only available via a web browser. In simple terms, it can be described as a software deployed as a hosted service and accessed over the internet. Gmail, Hotmail, Google, Documents, CRM, and more. The second one is PaaS, Platform as a Service, hosted development platform for deploying SaaS apps. It provides a toolkit for conveniently developing, deploying, and administering application software that is structured to support large number of subscribers, process various set of software building blocks, and a set of expansion tools such as programming language and supporting runtime environment that help in facilitating production of high-quality scalable application. The third one is LaaS, Infrastructure as a Service. Instead of owning the IT resources you pay for this use, it delivers computer infrastructure, typically all essential hardware such as servers, load balancer, virtual machines, storage, and networking device. Customers using this service looking to buy computing without making any initial investment. The philosophy applied is what pay for what you use, which is also sometimes referred to as utility computing. So, fellow managers, there are a lot of benefits of cloud computing. So please allow me to explain it for you guys, okay? The first one is increased flexibility. With cloud computing, enterprise can grow and shrink depending on the actual load and business need to satisfy their customer demand without taking the financial risk of predicting the future customer demand. It also helps the customer to provision additional resources and new services in minimal time and effort by offering them simplicity and agility. Cloud also provides flexibility for workers to access data and IT services from anywhere at any time using internet connection. It has been stated that if your internet connection fails, you will not have the right to use your data. Thanks to the cloud computing, it can help small companies to compete. It provides small organizations the ability to access IT services which used by the large organization. If we look at the back of the history, there has been a big difference between the IT resources available to small enterprises and to large enterprises. Cloud computing has enabled smaller companies to compete with much bigger competitors in the field by renting IT services and resources as an alternative of investing in hardware and software. Make the services much more affordable and allow the enterprise to invest that capital in other vital projects. It also offers big business in reducing costs and increasing efficiency. Many companies are trying to reduce the cost of their IT expenditure, and cloud computing is providing them greater flexibility in payment per utilization. With cloud resource pre-estimation is not required, resources are made available on demand and their company pay for only use one. Cloud will also reducing related costs of batch installation, upgrading and application support by freeing companies' IT staff from performing such activities and focusing on other companies' activities. Cloud also helps companies to optimize their capital investment by reducing their hardware expenditure, software costs, and real estate costs for data centers. Cloud computing is rapid and easy to deployment. Enterprise can provide and offer new services and applications to their customer without bringing or installing new computing capacity to support their services. Simply, the enterprise will buy the needed computing capacity from cloud provider, therefore saving time from making data centers and hiring new staff to implement the new services. Approximately 2 to 3 months will be saved. Without the want to buy the hardware, software, license or professional services, a company can get its cloud computing planning off the ground in the minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, but alas that rich glitter is not always gold, just like you, me and everyone. We have our own bad and good side, so do cloud computing. Cloud computing has its own downside, or we call it a risk. The main risk of cloud computing concerns is security. Most of the major cyber attacks you hear about this day, where millions of people's data are lost or stolen, are the result of attack on cloud environment. Think of the cloud like a big bank vault in the sky with data instead of cash inside. It's heavily fortified, but it's still a tempting target for thieves. The security can be referred to data security of a place which data reside, data confidentiality, loss of data, organized crime including hacking, and legal implication in case of something goes wrong. There are many security risks that appear inside and outside cloud provider and clients' environments, such as insider threat which arise within the organization. Outside, malicious attack which cause releasing organization confidential information, data loss, and service disruption. Cloud security become the most important differentiator and competitive element between cloud provider. If you want to engage in cloud computing, it's very important that you know and understand the security measure put in place to protect your company's data and system. So, fellow managers, another risk is downtime. This is critical because anytime your cloud server are down, you will not have access to critical data stored in the cloud, which could temporarily shut down your whole operation. Make sure your cloud provider has the least possible downtime and that they have strong backup measures in place for getting you access to your data in an emergency situation. Cloud computing is completely dependent on the internet. The basic problem of a cloud computing is that it needs internet access. That means the system is prone to outage and interruption in service at a time when there is no internet service. If this occurs in the middle of a task or transaction, the action can be delayed or lost. Cloud computing seems to be the wave of the future, but be sure to keep your eyes wide open and protect your company as you take advantage of cloud technology. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Now it's time to decide. Now it is time to act. Now, where do you stand? Thank you, everyone.